Shots of tear gas canisters echoed through Hong Kong today as its clouds hung in the air. Riot police chasing protesters down every major street, young protesters targeting officers with slurs and projectiles. Chaos in a place that prides itself on order. What started as fear of a proposed law that would allow Hong Kong residents to be extradited to China for trial has become anger at a flawed democracy squeezed by the Chinese dictatorship and police brutality, says activist Joshua Wong.
At the same time, protesters, of course, some of them use force, but at the same time, why government still stay behind police and do nothing? Hong Kong leaders just serving the interests of Chinese government, be the puppet of Beijing.
The Hong Kong government has flatly rejected calls for an independent inquiry into police actions. The latest trouble on the streets started Saturday in an outlying community far from downtown. It was a demonstration against events here the week before when a masked mob attacked protesters, apparently acting in support of Beijing. Police tried to ban Saturday's march. They confronted protesters and then beat them with batons as they headed for trains out of the area. At least 13 people were arrested, including the main organizer. Police also tried to constrain Sunday's protest to a small park, but sheer numbers and frustration overflowed onto the streets. It's not clear how all of this can be resolved without spiraling out of control. There are more protests planned this week, but no talks between the government and protesters. As for China, which has so far largely avoided any public statements, it scheduled a news conference for Monday. Beijing's message? Unknown. Sasha Petrusik, CBC News, Beijing.